Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. March date for cops in viral beating. Two police constables who were charged in relation to the alleged beating of a man in West Kingston in 2019 are to return to the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on March 2nd. Constables Tevin Lake and Kenroy Chambers are facing a charge of assault, occasionally body harm, stemming from an October 13 incident in the vicinity of Regent Street, Kingston 14. Videos of the beating went viral and sparked a demonstration and outrage. The men were charged on January 11 following a ruling from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP. However, the court was also informed that a ruling had been made by the ODPP on May 8, 2020 that they should not be charged. On Tuesday, when the matter was mentioned, the clerk of the court told the court that the policemen were arresting the complainant after he allegedly used expletive when it is alleged that they used force resulting in injury. The clerk further informed Parish Judge Lorianne Cold Montague that the file is to be made ready for disclosure and a mentioned date was scheduled in March. The constables who were summoned before the court were bound over to return by the judge. In the video, which went viral on social media at the time of the incident, police officers appearing to be in heat exchange with the complainant were seen following closely on the heels of the complainant, who was descending a flight of stairs of a high-rise building in Denham Town. On reaching the ground floor, the complainant and lawmen were seen walking a short distance before a tussle ensued. The complainant was then thrown to the ground by the lawmen. While there, he received several blows from the constables before one of them stomped on his head. Attorney at law Courtney Rowe is representing the accused police officers. Clarendon family seeks answers after missing relative found dead in Denby on Monday. A Clarendon family is livid. This after the body of their relative was found in a dirt track in Denby, Clarendon on Monday. The shirtless body of 55-year-old William Palmer, a watchman of Thompson Town in the parish, was found by passersby across from the Denby Agricultural Showground. Beverly Sinclair, sister of the deceased, said Palmer was taken to the Maypen Hospital for treatment on Sunday by his employer after reportedly acting strange. She claimed he was registered and awaiting admission when they left the hospital. Yesterday, we got a call that the man started to act strange. So the boss said it looked like something wrong with him brain, so him asked if he alright for him take him down to the hospital. She disclosed that the employer took her brother to the Maypen Hospital where he was allegedly given 2 injections. We leave him at the hospital last night and one of my sisters went by there this morning and said he was not there. According to Sinclair, she got reports on Monday that her brother was roaming the streets barefooted and shirtless. A frantic but futile search was undertaken throughout Maypen, the parish capital, to locate her brother, whom she said does not have a history of mental illness. Beverly Campbell Palmer, Palmer's sister-in-law, said the situation is emotionally draining. The hospital called my husband and asked, "Did you bring this man to the hospital?" Then him asked, "Do you know what happened to him?" My husband said no. Him, the alleged hospital representative, say, "You need to come to the hospital this morning to talk with the doctors," she disclosed. Mark Perry, owner of Perry's Farm in Yorktown, described his employee of 10 years as an honest worker. Noting his reluctance to take Palmer to the hospital, Perry said he now harbors regret about Palmer's death. "I even start blaming myself because maybe if we did hold him on the farm, he would be alive right now," Perry said. Speaking on his reasons for bringing Palmer to get medical attention at the hospital on Sunday, Perry said he was acting frantic, like he was getting off. "I never met him in that state. We saw him in a couple days ago," he said. He cited negligence on the part of the hospital, stating that making contact with relatives might have resulted in him locating Palmer earlier. Chief Executive Officer of the May Pen Hospital, St. Andrade Sinclair, referred reporters to Sadie Sterling, Compassionate Care Manager at the May Pen Hospital, for a comment on the situation. Sadie Sterling, however, was not available to comment. Church and 2 businesses close amid COVID scares in Hanover. A church and 2 businesses in Hanover that are in the crosshairs of a contact tracing exercise have heeded the advice of health officials to cease operations temporarily amid a national spike in coronavirus cases. The church in question has been identified as the Hopewell Door of Faith Church of God Worship Center, which is located in the Hopewell Mall on Main Street. The 2 business places were not identified. According to health officials, several members of the church have either been infected by the virus or had crossed paths with affected persons. Dr. Singh, medical officer of Health for Hanover, said the health department did not order the church closed but had advice of the prudence of a shutdown. The church is closed, yes, but it is not related to the amount of COVID-19 cases. Whenever we have suspicions of a spread, we usually close them, any entity, for at least the incubation period of 2 weeks, said Singh in explaining the rationale for the decision. Some of the persons who were contact traced to the church were employees of the 2 business places in question. The health department chief said that steps were taken to curb the viral outbreak in the parish. Hanover has recorded 442 of the overall national infections of 17,701. That represents 2.5% of the total cases. As at Monday, Hanover has the second lowest number of COVID-19 cases, ahead of only Portland with its 404 infections. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.